Hello everyone, Switch Double here. This is another channel update, and it has been a while since I made a channel update. There are a few things that I want to be informing everyone about. First of all, the live streams. And if anyone has been part of my live streams for the past few days, especially the one I was almost 7 hours. Wow, that was the longest I ever done. Trust me. But I can also say it won't be any live streams that long ever again. Max 2 to 3 hours at max. Consider that I only have like 20 hours of free use on StreamYard. But here is the thing. I'm not going to do any more live streams during the weeks from now on. At least for the time being, because my work starts tomorrow, so I won't be able to do any late nights live streams during the week. So the only time in the week I will be able to do that is Friday and Saturday. But I also already informed that I won't be able to do any live streams for uh, perhaps not until the end of August. It turns out I only have 4 hours left of my live streams, the hours that I left. So I was not going to do any live streams for at least for about a few weeks. I'm decided to spend those 4 hours to be saving them for another live stream, perhaps sometime at the end of August. Exactly when I can say and how long the stories will be, I don't know. But like I did mention, they will only be like 2 to 3 hours max of my live streams. I don't want to make another live stream in like almost 7 to 10 hours. Even though I had joked about having a 10 hours long live stream, but they won't. Sorry. Anyways, next to the stories that had next on the list on the update is the future stories. I had made a couple of stories already. For about a few days, for the past few weeks, I have worked on at least three new stories. One is Forax, which is here's a shift with a character, or at least a fan made OC. And I also had made Fleetfoot, one of the Wonderbolts, along with Rainbow Dash. And that story is something I actually had planned to do last year, but never came out to happen. Perhaps it was something else that I came across and I forgot about it. But now the story is finally done. So both Forax and Rainbow Dash Fleetfoot story, they are both with text and music. And then I have made Shining Armor and Sombra, a true friend. And that story is audio. And before you start to ask me why I had most of my stories that I had posted on my channel that is just audio rather from the regular music and text, well, consider that the audio has saved me a lot of time. But I mean, even though I do remember that I made a promise that will be doing more text and music stories. In fact, there is some other stories that are have been also been made, like with Silver Spoon and Diamond Tiara, for example. There are many more that hasn't even been made yet. And I can also mention that ever since now Discord Secret Daughter series as complete, I'm actually going to work on a new series for my channel, but this will be not an MLP series. This is in fact going to be my very first non-MLP story series. And I can't say the name of it yet because even though this series already had a name, but I have been thinking about changing to a different name. All I can mention what this particular series is going to be about. It's about in the human world. This is in fact going to be taking place in Sweden, But of course, the story will be translated to English. Funny story though, this series is in fact a book that I made a few years ago, and the funny is, I thought I actually had deleted that story from my one of my flash drives that I had saved it on. I thought I had deleted that one. Anyways, that will be the next series, and that book is already complete. I just all I need is to translate the Swedish language to the English. And after that, record it, save it, and upload it. And those stories will be those chapters will also be uploaded on a Friday or a Saturday. I haven't even really decided on which day yet, and there's only 8 chapters. But I won't reveal much details about the series. All I can mention is about a young man around 16 to 17-year-old who is on the last year of his school when he falls in love with a new girl that comes to school, and that's all I can say. You all have to wait for that series to be on my channel, and exactly when, well, that is something I haven't even originally planned. Maybe sometime in 2021 or maybe 2022 next year, but I haven't even decided yet. But it will be an update about that one. And for other future stories I have made, well, I hadn't even really decided yet, but I really had thought about doing some smaller or salad stories, some stories based on the Young Six. But I can also mention that I am actually going to work on the next subscriber special story of for 7,400 views, subscribers. But I won't tell you exactly which 2 characters it's going to be about. That is a top secret. This is something that I even want to tell my own girlfriend. Well, maybe, if she needs to help me with some part of it, but that is a story that I will be work on something next. I know that many stories of my channel have been very much liked. Consider how many stories I posted on my channel for the past 6 years. I mean, wow, 6 years, this is a long time. But consider from one of those, there are many more to be waiting for. I just want to make sure that everyone is aware. It takes a bit of time for me to make stories to make to of course it depends on which 2 characters they are and how long the video will be. So in the past they were normally from between 15 to maybe 20 plus minutes long. I do remember one story that was only about 9 minutes. That was Applejack with Spike. One of among the very first few stories I ever even made. Anyways, there are many more that I had planned to do, mainly about the Young Six and some other stories I had in mind. But of course, I will also focus on some stories that everyone had asked me to do. Like, for example, Malachite, who had asked me to do Rainbow Dash, oh, sorry, Fluttershy with Celestia. I still have his request of part of the storyline saved in a document, so I can use that as a some basic for the story. But there might be some changes in that storyline that he had asked. I mean, just to make sure that the story will be more a bit excited. But I won't make like major changes. There will be like small, different, maybe some smaller, but I haven't even really decided yet. Anyways, I know that many are very patient for my stories, and hopefully, and I don't mean hopefully, I will be able to post not just one, but 2 stories on a one single Monday. But I can't say exactly when or if that will happen. Because so far it has just been just one story per week. And especially now when my work is going to be starting again by tomorrow, I won't be able to do as much stories I hopefully do. So just as a warning, those stories that might be able to be done, they might be audio, but I can't say as like 100% sure at this moment. If there will be, I will try to make at least a mix with audio and those regular text with text and music stories. I know that many are very patient about my stories being up, and trust me, these stories are in fact very, very hard to be made. Into the it sometimes it depends for what two types of characters it's going to be about, and yeah, and I might even do some other um, short stories for like Halloween or Nightmare Night, Christmas, Heartswarming Eve, something like that. But I haven't even really decided for which type yet. I mean, consider there are many potential, that's sort. But yeah, that's all I can say in this update for now. I mean, there are many more to be done, and yeah, so always keep your eyes open to when the next store to be up and for next update. I know that many are patient and some are eager to know when the next story to be up. And yeah, I know that many still waits for the story to be done, and some others just wait for to see the next project that have been worked on. And just saying though that the most of the stories on on this current list is one that been has been made. It's going to be at least the majority want to be audio stories. And like I said, the only those stories that allow me to save time. But I will make sure that will be both audio and with those with text and music. I'm only saying it. So if anyone has any potential idea for what me to do, you can always leave that in the comment section below. I'm always open ears to hear your potential idea. So that's all I want to see in this particular longer channel update since it has been a while. So, and yeah, that's all I want to say for now. So stay safe, and this is Switch Diablo over and out.